Hello, this is Miss Bobby, and we are going to look at how to graph slope. So, if you've watched my other videos, you'll see that there is a formula, y equals mx plus b. And this formula, you'll have to get that into your memory. M is the slope. That means whatever number is there, whether it's a single number or if it's a fraction. It's the rise over the run. And then the B is the y-intercept. And the y-intercept, I mean, is where it crosses the y-axis. Okay, so we're going to take a look at a few just so you can see how this all works. So I'm going to go right into as close as I can so you guys can see that. All right, so notice how this just has an x value. So if we look over here, we see mx. It has an x, but it doesn't have a plus anything or a minus anything. So that means that it's like a plus 0 or a minus 0. So that means our first dot we put is right there in the center. So this back number that you have here tells you where to put your dot on this y-axis. So you see how the slope is positive? The m is the slope. It's positive. There's no negative numbers. So this means up 5 over 3. Now you have to remember it's rise over run. So rise over run means we're going to rise up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 3. 1, 2, 3. And we put our dot. Now we would continue this pattern up 5 over 3, up 5 over 3. But see how we don't have any dots down here? We can reverse this pattern by going down 5 over 3 negative because this changes to positives, which is the same slope, okay? So to extend our line, we can go down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1, 2, 3. And then you take a nice straight edge and you draw a straight line. So I'm just going to wing it. And then we put our arrow tips on each side. And then most of the time, the teacher will want you to write the equation on your line or on the edge. So you could put like y equals 5/3 x, like across it. And some kids put it at the bottom so it's not involving the picture. Now, where it says x equals 0, it's literally where is x 0? So x is 0 right here. And where is x always 0? Straight down. So this one would be based off of what we just did on the last video. And when the line is going straight up and down, there is no slope because it means that the x is 0. So remember, the x is on the bottom because it's the change in the y's over the change in the x's. So if the x is 0 on the bottom, that means it's undefined. So that's a no slope situation. So this would be listed as a no slope. Some people say, oh, it's undefined. It is not 0 though. It's a no slope. So now we're going to look at the two next ones. And so let's just look at this one before we go over here. So see how this says -4? So we're going to find our -4 on our y and we put our dot. And this is a positive slope, so that means we're going up 1 over 5 because we rise before we run. So up 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means if we keep going that pattern, we go up 1 over 5, up 1 over 5. And we can continue down 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our line is really like a low slope. But as you can see, this is a positive slope because we start and we go up like a ladder, and same with the one up above here. And then we write our equation on the line, just like that. All right, so looking over here, we see that we're going to start at the +3, but this is a negative. So this means we're going to rise, but we're really going to go down first because this is a down 1 over 3. So we're going to go down 1 over 3, 1, 2, 3. Do you notice we always are heading to the right, though? Even when we're here, we're going like up 1 over to the right, up 1 over to the right. But when I want to extend my line, I went down and over. Same concept here. I start at the 3, I go down 1 over 3, down 1 over 3. And if I want to extend it over here, I go up 1 over 1, 2, 3. Now remember, an up 1 over 3 to the left is still a negative. Whether the negative's on the bottom, on the top, or in the front, it all means the same. So we can continue going up 1 over 3 negative to get that same concept as down 1 over 3. Because down 1 over 3 is the same thing. So there's our slope. Our slope is negative, and then you just write the equation on the line. Looking at 2 more, and I think you get this, but let's just do a couple more. This says we cross at the -2, and our slope means up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. And to extend our line, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2. We have our nice line. It's a positive slope. It's positive here. It's positive with the line. You write the equation on the line. Last but not least, here's our 5. And sometimes your graph paper doesn't support it. So this would be up 2 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we don't go off the chart. We can just go down 2. So remember, down 2 over 5 to the left is still positive. So down 2 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down 2 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. And you still see how it's a positive slope heading this way. I hope this helped on how to draw slope from a given equation. And as always, this is Miss Bobby, and I love math, Diet Coke, and CrossFit.